Hello, this is Uggla6 again, bringing you strategical historical games. Not so much historical today, but it's a online game, free of charge to sign up. It's actually another German game. Ars-Regendi is the game. It's an art of politics, and in some places like colleges and stuff, they actually use this game as a part of their schooling because of its realistic ability. Very, I have been away from it for a little while, but it was very entertaining. But it gets to be the same stuff, so I played for a little bit, stopped. So I'm gonna start a new state today, and you get to have one state for free. I'm gonna make it in a world, and um, so there are different superpowers, and not everything's fair. So you always want to be a superpower. We'll be an industrial power second. It'll be an emerging power because I want to be powerful. So I guess I'll randomly pick this one. Um, let's go capital. Will be a dog for the original currency. We'll have the dollar. Name of the state. We'll have Ugglaville. We'll have the um, Kingdom of Ugglaville, capital city, Ugglapolis, and Ugglaism. There we go. And you don't need to fill these out. I'm just gonna leave them blank. And so we're gonna create a new state. So you can have opinions here. So I'm just gonna select these at random. These don't really make a huge difference. They make a little difference in basic. These kind of make a difference in what nation you select, although I'm just randomly selecting these. I don't know what I picked. We'll see what I got. Okay, so I created, and now I gotta go find a world. And I'm gonna go join this one. Why not? And the worlds are named after cities: Beijing, Ankara, Shanghai. I don't know where this is, to be honest, but that's all right. So I'm gonna join this world, and as you can see, a lot of other good people. So I'm gonna join it. Hopefully, I get a good nation, and I'll find out who I got. Yes. So this is a strategical game, like I said, and all right, let's see. South America. We'll find out where I'm at. Emerging nation. Doesn't look too bad. So this is the main page, kind of basic stuff. It's kind of basic. So I'm gonna go to the world first to see where I stand. So I'm gonna show world map. You actually, unfortunately, have to zoom in to see this well, and it's kind of a bummer. It's one of the things I don't like about it. But I zoom in. I am Paraguay, basically. Alright, so I'm this nation. You can't see me yet, but these the different nations, and they will give you... These are all the people, actual real people playing, and they're classed by their state classes right here. Obviously, in order of how powerful they are. This is your influence. Nuclear powers, happiness, continent, who's at war with who, and the different alliances. So I have not decided what alliance I want to be part of. Probably SATO. I'm probably going to be part of SATO just because it's down here in the south here, and alliances matter, but not huge. So I'm going to set this back to the regular size, and we'll get back. So I got to go find how big my military is. Not bad. And I actually had one with 9,000. It was a superpower. It was basically Australia, but really cool. All right, so going to task. This is the main part of the game, and you get you get a certain amount of tasks, and you basically, so yeah, these are your urgency, how urgent you need to do them, and or before people get mad. So you read it and you say, legislative building was completely destroyed by a fire last night. Initial investigations have shown that arson can be ruled out as a possible cause. This information has not yet been released. So you get to pick which opportunity. So it's basically just like a government would have to choose. So that you get to pick one. So, and referendum means that the people choose, question mark, it tells you. So I'm going to say this one. I don't know. I'm randomly choosing it because why not? So that's good. And then I get 2 more tasks, and they pop up. So medicants. So right there. I don't know what I'm picking, but they actually make a big difference on your country. So you gotta actually, if you're when you're playing this game, you want to do it. And some people do it to make maximum profit. Some people to do it to what they believe is right. And there's a lot of things. So that's that. So I'm done with the titles. Reforms. Every once in a while, once you have enough influence in your country, you're allowed to put reforms in your country, and they're just to shape your country more. They're drastically will change your country, and there's some that are always good, some bad. Details. This is where every winter, so every once a the turns are every day is a quarter, and they're done in quarters. And so in the winter quarter, say you can modify your budget, your taxes. These will show up. You'll get one graph a day, and they'll switch off. So you get to spend your money in different things like subsidies, health, defense, environment, welfare, pensions, education, justice, administration. They all do different stuff for your thing. You get to tax people for Oh, they added tariffs. That is a new thing since I have come. I think they just actually used to call it something else. I think they used to call it customs tax. So they just changed the name to make it more. But that's been changed since I've come back. Exercise taxes, like inner taxes, acquisition, taxes on capital. You can look at the different things like demography. Oh, there's an ad for a supremacy game. So these are the people who starved to death in my country. And this is the average nation, although they're all zeros because it's been reset. So you not really can't tell anymore. But you used to have a lot of people that you could tell. So hopefully, because they just redid this, but hopefully in the future, like tourism. I mean, there's a lot of new things in here. And rights and chances. Ones you want to look at is your economy. You want to always make sure infrastructure's up. And, well, exchange rate, that's good. Anything above 1 is good. Inflation, keep that down, that's good. And the GDP, is higher you can get it, the better, as long as you keep that safety. This will explain how big your army is. Military is pretty small. As quality of life, this is where you can find infrastructure, and pretty low, but acceptable. And then your regent. So this is your person picture. So you have popularity, power, international reputation, and health, and all those combined get put together into influence. Don't tell me how they equate that. And then there's different medals, and it'll tell you exactly what you decided. And then there's things like special actions. You can do speeches and stuff that cost points to help improve your nation. They all benefit your nation. And then there's secret files. That's when an election comes up, you can do illegal stuff to stay in elections. Use tanks, fire on insurgents, surveillance, intimidate voters, manipulate elections, different stuff to stay in power. So alliances, I believe. Ooh, so they actually have. Wow, this is a cool game. They have a lot of alliances. So I'm going to join the SEATO or SATO or whatever, because they South American Treaty Organization. So why not? I mean, there's nothing. And always join an alliance. Just make sure you don't join either a really strong one or one that's kind of neutral. In this game, unfortunately, war does not happen very often. Projects, these cost a lot and would do great things, like cure for cancer will make your guy live longer. When that health goes down to 0, your regent dies. Your ruler dies, and so cure for cancer will get up. There's some new ones in here. Atomic bomb is always good to go for, pretty cheap to do. Cure for malaria is a new one they kind of added, although I've seen it before. It's kind of like a cure for cancer, only it doesn't do as much. And I might start on a nuclear bomb. Yeah, I'm going to start on a nuclear bomb today, just so I can get, it gets people working, and it's always good to have a nuclear bomb around. And the world I kind of already showed you, except for the fact that trades, you want to get as many products as possible. So I want resources and luxury goods. But I'm just going to be looking around. That's a good one. I'm hoping I get a trade deal with them. IV and DL. Let's see. So I'm putting a trade agreement with them in, and they signed it. Took away some of my points, but now I'll have those two. Luxury goods and resources is what I'm looking for. See if I can find it. Luxury goods and resources, they don't really come together ever, but I will stay with this guy, I guess, and get resources, and luxury goods I'll not need. You can boycott, you can pay people, you can vote for a world leader. As of right now, I'm just going to vote for myself. I mean, why not? There's no penalty for voting for myself, so I'm going to get in the election. But I'm never going to win, as my alliance is not going to be big enough to vote me in. There's different maps, world news, countries overview. This really shows you their army strength is what you're looking at. So these are kind of numbers that you should get used to with armies. This is a strong army. This is a weak army. Anything under 100 is weak. I think I'm a little bit over 100 is what it was. It ended up being 126. So my army is not terrible. It's 9,000. That's where I was once, and that is a very good number. No one really goes more than that unless you look in some of these strongest alliances here. And in these strongest alliances, you look at this guy at the top with an ally worth of 188, and most people are under 1. This is an amazing. These 1.07 is amazing, and this guy has 188. So I just want to look at what this guy did. Well, details. We're going to go look at if he reformed the militarism, which basically makes your military unstoppable, and he's probably a huge nation. A lot of money. Defense. Yeah, look at that. That's why. But kudos to him. So that's this game. The military, their last tab here. Military strength, and you can send it across. It's really pretty. There's not that much war in this game, because any wars, the whole world gets involved, because there's one side that's on your side, and then there's one side that says you shouldn't be attacking, and they'll defend one side. So unfortunately, you'll have half the world against you if you go to war with somebody. Atomic attacks, that's why I'm starting one, so I can have there. This is where you can start attacking people. Here's some of the current wars. You see, you can co-attack and stuff like that. So basically that's most of the game. It's every day. You log in once a day, do your 2 tasks, or check out your details, change them, and over time watch your nation grow. And it's a pretty fun game, but eventually it gets to be repetitive. But I would encourage everyone to try it out, and very fun. So I am glad you guys came to or watch this tutorial about Ars-Regendi. It's Ars-Regendi. If you could